right, Devin, let's take a look at your paper. Mla Format first. This is the wrong font up here, so you want to change that to Times New Roman. This is good. This wasn't the day we handed it in, but that's a little minor thing. You got too many spaces here. A little murder never hurt anyone except Macbeth. I don't know. It's clever, but I don't know if it's really the right tone. All right, so you start off essentially with a bunch of plot. Okay. You start right into the play, which I'd rather have you start with another quote or something about your, I don't know, something else. Wrong use of semicolons. I told you this in class that people had some problem with this. He was a great loyal soldier. He was granted the thing of calamitous. He had a wife and loyal servants. This is just the wrong use of it. Okay. He had a wife. He had a space there, a castle, and loyal servants. He, too many E's there, thought he had it all and didn't realize his full potential. He didn't realize his full potential? What do you mean by that? That's kind of weird. He was stopped abruptly when he heard the voices of women chanting, and then you get in here. There's no citation. Make sure you have a citation there. This meeting with the witches, keep it in the same tense, caused Macbeth to have a tremendous lust for power. This lust drove him to be plagued with PTSD. You got to say it all the way out first before you use the acronym, okay? So this right here should actually be right there, but I'll let you fix that. It caused him mistrust, which you got too many spaces there. So here's your main points. Insomnia, guilt, and emotional attachment that led to a desire for control over Scotland. I'm afraid that this thesis statement isn't going to be good enough because it's just basically plot. So just be conscientious of that. So you got a lot of things that we need to kind of rearrange and work to make it better in that introduction there, Devin. All right, so first off, here's the problem with this paragraph. All of this is literally plot. Okay, you're doing nothing to kind of set up the actual symptom, because your symptom is trust, and the idea of PTSD leads to mistrust issues. So first off, you need a topic sentence that's going to give me a little preview of what this paragraph is going to be about. Because Macbeth started to mistrust all of his followers, he was eventually abandoned and destroyed on his way to becoming a power, something like that. Okay, so you need that here. Then what I need from you is to talk about the actual symptom by quoting from an outside source. So you don't talk at all about an outside source other than to say that he has trust issues. You don't even say it's a symptom of PTSD in here at all. Then you get down here, you don't quote, you don't have a in-text citation for this, so you got to have an in-text citation. And then you get to the end, which actually this isn't a bad transition statement. It's actually not a bad transition statement. But here's the problem. Because this is your thesis statement, you don't have anything to talk about at the end of your paper. You gotta have, whatever this is, has to be a theme in this body paragraph, and you're just not there yet. So you don't have anything in there. And I can already tell you, look how short these paragraphs are. We talked about in class, you better have 7 sentences at least per paragraph. And this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Barely 5. The next one can't have much more. The next one can't have much more. Devin, you can't have these short of paragraphs as a senior in high school. And I don't know whether you just ran out of time or what, but we can't have those short of paragraphs. So let's look at your next one, which is about trouble sleeping. All right. Guess what? You have not only plot, but hard to back up plot. Even when he tries to go to sleep, nightmares creep into his mind. Prove that from the story, please, because I don't know if you can. This is a very, very weak statement. This is like 6th grade stuff. This was the second of 4 symptoms that I'll talk about today. So you have to have again, go back. You had a really good transition statement here. Where's your really good transition statement here? Where's your outside source here? Where's your in-text citation here? Where's your really strong topic sentence? Where is your tie-in to the thesis? You're missing nearly every element of what we've talked about goes into a paragraph. Then you get into guilt. He felt tremendous guilt. He was supposed to do all this. He continued to feel guilty until he killed again. Here's too many spaces. Then he thought, why stop now? Where's that quote? I am in blood, stepped in so far, that should I wait no more, returning where as tedious as go over. That's the quote that I need there to help back that up. So you don't have that there. You don't have an outside source there. And again, it's barely, this one might be 6-7 sentences, but they are very, very short sentences. So you're definitely going to need more work in that paragraph with all of the same things that we talked about with the last one too. So the last one is sort of the emotional detachment, which you use a good example of, but you don't cite it, which is good. This is correct. His emotions seemed to go numb, so that's good. He didn't care if his things had fled, which is true. And this is a really weak statement. Look how 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words. 1, 2. I mean, see what I'm saying here? You got real short, choppy sentences. That doesn't help at all. And again, you're missing outside sources. You're missing citations. You're missing a strong topic sentence. You're missing a tie into the thesis, so on and so forth. Okay. You don't need to capitalize that. You don't need to say his title again. Don't need to capitalize that. His extreme. I just told somebody this is almost as bad as really, or very, whatever. Either one is bad. He didn't actually see her body in the play, so this was in the movie but not in the play, so you can't use that. Above all, it seemed highly likely that he was plagued with, well, I hope so, since she just wrote a whole paper about it. So that obviously needs some work. That obviously is not what you need for a works cited page. So, Devin, we are way, way, way short on a lot of everything. So you got a lot of work to do to get this back up to where you need it to be. So I hope to see, not hope, you better have a rewrite done, because this is not your best work. So I hope to see that soon.